Okay, this is an overview of the up-and-comer plan of Aku Shaper. And so I'm going to open a board here, maybe a 6.3. And some of the newer things we've added here, this used to be a licensed feature, but this is marks at the foot, so foot marks that are right here. You can turn them off. You can do them over the straight line or over the curve. Generally, the curve is what most people do. And thanks Matt Biolos for those. We've added rail measurements over here, so just more visualization tools to help you kind of get a sense of, at 2 inches in from the rail, your rail at this point will be 2 inches thick, 1 3/4. And that was inspired by Takoro. Wait, Takoro wanted that one. And we have a slice area profile that kind of gives you an area, a floating area of your curve in a sense, and you can get the center of the mass and get where you have the most area. And so it's just a profile, and that can be useful. The other thing we've done is in this plan you can open up other board formats. So here's a DSD SRF file from DSD. You can open that up, and you'll see it's still in SRF format, but when you go to save it, it'll become in BRD format. So we'll have to save it in our format. We don't save it in their format. And same thing with Shape 3D. So working on that. I'm going to open up the 6.3 again. And with the other thing we've added, this used to be a licensed feature, now it's part of the up-and-comer plan, is if you want to change your length and you want to actually change your rocker and your thickness, you have options to sort of auto-adjust the curve as you'd like. So if we change this board to 6.4, if you watch the rockers, they'll actually change, and so that's a nice feature to have. We also have the option in all of our versions, I believe, to sort of see where your cut lines are, for those of you interested in how the board is actually cut. So if you go to your slice and you push the T key or the B key, you can kind of get a sense of, and what's going on here is these are your cuts all the way around to 90 degrees. So if we go back here, you'll see that your top rail ends at 90. If you want to push this to 120, set your bottom rails to 0, but you'll see now that you've gone a lot further than your 90 degrees. So you can play with that. You can kind of make your top cuts 10 if you want. Although this is more something for people that own machines, but to give you a sense of how the machine cuts and stuff. Of course, the 3D Bay is improved, just like all versions. And as always, if you want a feature or have a problem, anything comes up, this is the best way to do it. You can write anything you want, as much as you want. And we'll get a full sense of the log file, so we can see actually what's going on, especially if you have an error or something gets kind of hung up. So, yeah.